You can hear me okay, Sonny? Good? Excellent, thank you. Just want to make sure. Okay. Welcome back. Michael, thank you for joining us. Welcome. Hi, Moon. I saw her. There she is. Hi, Moon. Welcome. So DojoX Meditation Sangha. So I'll go over a brief description of the Soto Zen form that you can try and stretch into. As you know, I always like to encourage you to challenge yourself a little more than maybe you did last time and see what feels good or different in order to expand your practice. Remembering to have your posture nice and straight and upright. And if you can think about your posture on the outside as the same on the inside, so the upright posture on the outside is how the posture is on the inside. When we sit, we have our chin is facing forward and our eyes are at a 45-degree angle. It's out in front about 2 to 3 feet. And your object is to have a nice, bright, wide vision. You don't want to be myopic on anything in particular. I can almost see everybody in this room from looking down at a 45-degree angle. When you take your breathing is in through your nose and out through your nose. So you want to take diaphragmatic breath into your belly, nice and slow. This is the same type of breathing that you were born out of your mother's womb and you came out diaphragmatic breathing. So it's nice and soft breathing. You're not forcing anything and you're not straining the inhale or the exhalation, but really nice and deep. So your belly, when you take your inhalation, your belly comes out and relaxes. And then when you exhale, it softens. It doesn't get sucked in, it just softens. So breathing in through your nose, out through your nose, with your eyes, with a nice broad vision. Pay attention to your breath going in and out. That's how you'll be able to separate from your thinking and actually disconnect from that for, even if it's for a second. For some of us with the ADD brains that think really fast like myself, sometimes I barely even get a quarter of a breath before my thought takes me off into somewhere. But then I can always remember to return back to my breath and honor that I'm beginning again as I practice being present and aware over and over and over without any attachment. The mudra is, again, you put your left hand out, your right hand sits where the fingertips are meeting next to each other, or right to the edge of the crease of the fingers, and then your thumbs come together. It looks about like that, and it comes right about 2 inches or sitting right on your lap, just a little bit, yeah, right about there, Emerald. That's really nice. And that's at the base of your hara. In Japanese, that center point in your body is in Japanese called your hara. So when you take a nice deep diaphragmatic breath, you're breathing into like you're holding a nice infant or something very soft and gentle down there, and your thumbs are not pushing against each other but very soft and natural, touching just barely, like there was rice paper right in between. Okay, so that's the posture for meditation, and you can't get this wrong. So if you do need to move to adjust your legs or change your posture at all, I'm going to invite you to do that, but do that at a slower pace than you normally would. Move at a nice soft pace, not something fast. Even if you have an itch, see if you can move to that itch a little slower than you normally would itch yourself. So that you can not be, by your thinking will create different itches, discomfort itches, and that to move with gentleness and ease into whatever movement you're doing. When we start the meditation, I'm going to ring the bell 3 times. You'll see me put my hand up in a posture like this. This is called a gassho, when your hands are here and you bow like this. So when I start the meditation, I'm going to have one hand here and I'm going to ring the bell 3 times. So I'll put the striker on my leg. This is the striker. And then I'll take the striker and I'll put it up here like this, and I'll put my hands together in a gassho. Everybody here is going to put their hands up in this gassho, and we'll bow nice and slow and easy together to say thank you for everybody to be here, and we thank each other and we thank ourselves for showing up for this time and space. That starts our 20 minutes meditation. Then you bring your hands back to the mudra, and we'll sit like that for 20 minutes. At the end of the 20 minutes, we'll end it the same way. Our hand will come up, we'll ring the bell 3 times, come up to a posture of the gassho, and then we'll go into a 10-minute talk. And after the talk, we'll go into one more 10-minute sitting to wrap up our evening together. So it's a very simple but very profound way of sitting in Sangha or in a group together and sitting in stillness and silence. So I really honor and appreciate all of you being here and taking this time to sit together as a Sangha. It means the world to me. So let's go ahead and get in your position that feels comfortable to you. Did you want another pillow on your other leg there, Lorenzo?
Yeah.
On that? Okay, there's one right behind you if you wanted to just rest it on the outside of your knee there. Okay, great. All right. Here we go. Any questions before we start? I always like to ask to make sure I didn't miss anything. No, okay, great. Oh, and you can't get this wrong. You're doing it perfect already. You made it. Thank you. All right.